Namaste, Creative Yogis. How you all doing out there? How's your month going? We're nearly at the end, actually, of this particular month with that double fire, which has been interesting navigating it, I have to say. I've actually been feeling quite warm in my body, so that's been having an impact on my well-being. So I've been spending a lot of time in bodies of water to calm myself down and cool myself down. So I've been really focusing actually more on the water element than the fire element this month for myself, just to keep myself balanced. So I don't know how you've been navigating this fiery stuff, but that's how I've been doing it. It's just looking at the opposite and spend a lot of time just really cooling myself down, keeping myself calm and centered, so I'm not reacting and getting bent out of shape about life, about things going on. And I've managed to navigate some quite challenging situations as a result of that, and keeping a level head. So that's what's helped me get through this. So as we're rolling into the end of the month, it's worth taking the time, because we're getting to the end of the year as well, to do a bit of work with your crystals. So crystals are amazing. If you haven't really got into working with crystals, maybe now's the time to think about it and go and buy yourself a beautiful crystal or two. So the thing about crystals is they have vibrations, they have an energy field around them, and they're very healing. They're connecting to nature, and they help us to really kind of focus our intentions, focus our manifesting skills. So it's good to have crystals around you in your space, and particularly in your yogic space and what have you, in your healing space. So the crystals do need to be cleansed at least once a month, and that's why we do it during the full moon, because that's obviously we're recharging our crystals. So the way to kind of cleanse your crystals, the best way to cleanse them is with running water. So ideally, if you are close to natural water like the sea or a lake or something like that, you take your crystals down there and just wash your crystals in the sea or the river or the lake. And that in itself can be a very soothing, healing kind of process that you engage with your crystals, and just being really present and meditative as you do this beautiful thing. And then from there, what we want to do is actually place them into a bowl of water, which we have actually cleansed with our own energy. So if you, for instance, aren't near a body of water, which not everybody is, what you can do is get this bowl, which is hopefully a clear bowl, and put your crystals in it, and turn on the tap and let the water flow through your crystals. So you've got that running water just rolling through the crystals and cleansing and clearing them. And then after about 10 minutes, turn the tap off, and then what we do is we charge the water. So you place your hands either side of the bowl, close your eyes and chant. And either you chant Om 108 times, just really take your time with it, go Om, really feeling that vibration through your hands into the bowl. Or you chant Om Mani Padme Hum, which is about cultivating abundance. So Om Mani Padme Hum. You do that 108 times. And once you've done that, you've charged the water. So the bowl is holding all this beautiful healing water. The crystals are soaking that up. And then you take that bowl of water and place it outside on the full moon, and let your crystals soak up all that full moon energy. And again, if you haven't got a garden, you can put it on a windowsill, and just leave it there. And you can leave it there for a couple of days, actually, if you wanted to get it charged over the 2 or 3 days of the full moon. Once you feel like your crystals have been charged enough, you then take the crystals out of the water and let them dry in the sunshine. Just be aware that some of the crystals do fade with sunlight, so I always just don't do it for very long in the morning sunshine. Just wait for them to dry out and it just gets charged. Now that bowl of water that you've got there, that's really, really healing, full of healing, juicy energy. So what I do is I water my plants, particularly my indoor plants, with this water, so that my plants are infused with this water and they are radiating out this lovely healing energy into my space. So this is a lovely thing to do, just really, really tuning into your crystals and how they can help heal your space and heal your mind and heal your body just by working with the whole cleansing process. And a nice thing to do this time of year is to choose one crystal and just work with one crystal and have that near you throughout the month. At the beginning, during the full moon, set your intention with your crystal, whatever it is you want to manifest. And every time you pick up that crystal, just remembering that intention. And have that crystal nearby, and by your bed or by your desktop or something like that, so you can regularly pick it up and hold it and feel that connection with that one crystal. And for your other crystals, really be minimal, with them, because you want to give some of them a rest. So a nice way to rest your crystals is to actually bury them in your plant pots and bury them in the garden and things like that, and give them a little bit of a break. Because I've been working hard all year, and just like us, they do actually need to rest. And just keep your essential crystals working for you, and just have them around the space. And start to really feel that connection, that they're working for you, they're working with you. They're your little friends in the space. So that's a lovely thing to do and to start thinking about as we're rolling into our next full moon. And getting out your gratitude lists, thinking about what you're grateful for this month, what's happened, how have you navigated this fire element, how have you overcome the challenges that have come up to help you work with this idea of being empowered. How has that shown up for you? How have you shown up for yourself? How have you stepped into your power? What are you grateful for in that journey? I know for myself, I'm noticing, I find if you're calm and logical, people respond to that. They can come at you with all this rubbish, but if you just continue that line of being really, no, this is actually the truth. Let's stick to the truth here. I find that really helps them to kind of respect you actually know what you're talking about, and that sense of leadership really, really flows through. So I've been really kind of experiencing that this month, and noticing how that shifted how I carry myself. I'm standing taller, as I'm recognizing that I'm owning my leadership energy, and I'm feeling comfortable with it. So it's interesting. This month has been a very, very deep one, I think, and has taught us a lot about how to really own our space, own ourselves, own who we are. So like I say, I'm really finding, having dealt with all that fire stuff, I'm really wanting to do the more feminine stuff as well to balance things out. So working with the crystals, as I said, and working with water, these bodies of water. You can actually charge your drinking water, by the way, by putting crystals in it, and also just by chanting Om Mani Padme Hum just for a couple of minutes before you drink the water. So that's a nice thing to do, and carry that around with you, your water bottles, throughout the day. Alright, so let's choose your cards for today. I'm really into the goddess cards at the moment. I'll choose a goddess card for you. So what do the creative yogis need to know right now? By the way, I'm back in my studio. I am appreciating it's so quiet compared to the spa. All that noise you could hear in the background. That was always nice to have a bit of a change of scene. So what do the creative yogis need to know right now? Oh, go outside. Cordelia. You've been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. But when they're really straightforward like that. I have to say, because it's so hot outside here at the moment in Port Douglas, I am spending more time indoors at the moment. I've just been in the aircon. So it's probably about me telling me off there. But yes, obviously always good to get outside. I'm going to choose the Romance Angels. I haven't done these ones for a while. So what do the creative yogis need to know right now? What do the creative yogis need to know right now? focus. It's talking about, it says religious focuser, but I'm not really a religious person. So what I sort of think of when I see this sort of stuff is I translate it as really kind of bringing your spiritual practice to the forefront, whatever that means for you. So maybe you are religious, that's fine, you know, each to their own. That's the way I think about these things. But I think it's very important to have some kind of spiritual practice. And as I was saying about the crystals, I mean, that's my spiritual practice, is doing stuff like that. Really understanding the power of ritual and bringing that kind of, that meaningfulness into your daily life is actually quite key to your well-being. So that sort of came through there. So just like to go outside and play with your crystals, just like I recommended. And you'll tick both of those boxes there. Alright, so that's it for me today. Have a lovely week. Namaste, Creative Yogis.